All right, it is movie review time again. And this past weekend, I took the opportunity to watch the new movie, The Strangers Chapter 1. Now, this is the first in what is supposed to be a trilogy. And it is, I've read some things on exactly where this falls in the world of The Strangers. Is it a prequel? Is it something else? And in the end, it doesn't really matter. Of course, the masks, if you've seen any of the other movies, the masks are the same, and that's about it. The story is very simple. A young couple basically gets stranded in the backwoods, and they find an Airbnb that they're staying at, and then these characters show up and they begin to wreak havoc, and that's the basis of the story. I like to refer to this story or this movie as the scary movie in which much doesn't happen. There's a lot of scenes of these characters standing around, like staring at these people through either the shower or the windows or things like that. And the next thing you know, the character that's getting watched, they turn around and the person has just disappeared. There's a couple of moments of shock, scare, jump scare, but they're very few and far between. The start of the movie, if I remember correctly, makes mention of this supposed to be like a brutal movie, and there's been a lot more in scary / horror movies that, in my opinion, has been way worse than this. This is directed by Renny Harlin, whose career has had a lot of ups and downs. He's had some solid movies. He's had some movies that were not very successful. I think he's directing part 2 and part 3. I believe that's what I've seen. So I hope there's some major improvements with these next 2 chapters, because as you can probably tell, I didn't like this movie. Like I said, the jump scares to me are really cheap. There's a line in the movie, and I might be giving something away, so I'm just giving you a warning, where they ask one of the characters why this is happening, and the character says, because you're here. And I know in the background, that's supposed to be said to make these characters more scary because you don't know why. But in some sense, that really, to me, hurts the characters because you don't know why. There's no motivation, no reason, and to me, that kind of doesn't drive the story that well. So hopefully in 2 and 3, they'll give us some idea of what is going on. So I did not like this. I really don't recommend this. To me, this is one of the worst movies of the year so far, and I'm giving The Strangers Chapter 1 0 out of 5 stars.